on our podcast, we like to ask our guests about anecdotes. Do you have some anecdote what you would like to share? It can be related to your work, about art, but also with your activism.
Well, I know many anecdotes, obviously, and I don't. No one comes right now to share. Um, yeah, but every anecdote also have a part of the truth, let's say so. And the one which comes right now to the consciousness, it's something about being a Roma and how it's perceived in society. I just remember when I was leaving my previous job, in corporate job, when I was working as a graphic designer like 6 years ago, seven, before my active activism work, let's say so. I remember when people got to know about my identity. I was never hiding it. I mean, but more people got to know it, and at that point I was leaving job, and I remember there was some situation. People were sharing that some Roma did something not nice and how they were angry about it, and they're like, all gypsies are horrible. And I was like, and I'm Roma too. What is the problem? So for me it was funny. I mean, it doesn't sound funny right now, but for me it was funny to see at faces of people how their emotions were changing and so on. Another anecdote that I just recalled, because recently we showed a movie named Voices in Berlin on a one big event, Cafe Kiev. It's a big political activism and entrepreneur event that happening already 3 years in a row in Berlin. And we were this year representing the Roma program. We had a movie and panel discussion. So during the movie, it was very interesting moment. Kind of a joke from one of my colleague Volodymyr Yakovenko, who shared his experience also in society. Like some people he faced were talking that Roma they smell bad, and I just liked his reaction when he asked like, "But did you smell them? Like really? Did you try to smell? No, maybe you should try." So yeah, it's this kind of jokes that are on the line of absurd, and it's funny for us Roma because it's a kind of a protection mechanism as well, that if you perceive all this um, offensive stuff personally, uh, that's gonna destroy you at some point. So yeah, I think humor overall in our community is very there, and we use it to make this life easier.
I have also one anecdote.
Really? Tell me.
Maybe you can remember. So, um, I think we met the first time in Diknabisa 2017. It was also 2017, I think, right?
Yes, I think so. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah. So, um, many years later, I think you had a project or your work with Erjak about making research about histories from different Romani people. I think it was something about war, so you collected pictures before the war and also like making some interviews about before the war and also how it was life after the war. And I remember you did that with me for this research, and I think I told you also that I don't wish others to have this same experience. And I talk about my story. And then many years later, after COVID pandemic, when I saw what happened in Ukraine, I remember I was um, chatting with Vova from your colleague from your NGO. So I was really shocked that this happened also um, the same in Ukraine. For other people who I know, like who lives there, So because when you experience that, you don't, of course, you don't wish others to have the same experience because this is an experience what nobody would like to have. So yeah,
Yeah, I understand you, Senor. Yeah, and it's a kind of, yeah. I just have a bit of like, this even feeling in my body when I hear it. History repeats, and it's very sad. And overall, like, a lot of activists from Kosovo right now are our closest partners, because these people know what they went through. They can be empathic to people like us, and we also have a lot what to learn from the stuff you did back at your country, how you worked on Roma topics, and how successful it is actually right now. I would say, like, some organizations in Kosovo, they are doing really great job, and
Mm.
how the situation of Roma improved. Yeah, and yeah, I know you for many years, and I'm actually happy to see how you're developing with your podcasts. And I think I've always been supportive and will be. Thank you so much for
Thank
inviting.
you.